So, I've taken a little break, obviously. Needed some time off to refresh the batteries, come up with some ideas, and work on a few things I'm doing here and there. I hit 100 subscribers again. Let's hope it lasts this time before YouTube does its weekly purge and I'm right back down to 99 again. But I want to talk about growing up as a nerd. Now, I grew up on the bad side of New Orleans, Louisiana, in case you don't exactly know what that is, in the United States on the planet Earth. And of course, I was always different. I was always the odd man out. I was always, that guy over there. You know what I mean? Even before I met my high school friends and they grew up to be my adult friends and I lived the life I live now, back then, when it was kind of just me, it was weird. So weird. Like any other kid, loved watching cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, loved watching like all of this type of stuff that kind of inspired me to be more and to be a better person, even though I was a little shit. And now I'm a big shit. And I was into video games, like a lot of video games. I mean, I still am now. I guess I'm one of the type of people who are addicted to video games. I mean, I play them every single day, sometimes all day if I can manage. And they consume me. They are a part of who I am, of how I think, of how I see the world. I love video games. The difficult part of growing up as a nerd was the surrounding, the people I was around, the people that I knew. We were in poverty. We were in that part of the city where there were gangs, shootings, murder, rape, crooked police officers who sold drugs, dumpster fires, home robberies. All of that stuff was my everyday surrounding. And it's weird to not grow up and be heavily influenced by that. I mean, I am. There's that part of me, like wherever you grew up, there's always that part of you that fits the stereotype. But I haven't stuck to it. It didn't stick to me. I fought against it most times. And because of this, it was hard to find friends at that time. It was hard to find like-minded people. I mean, get me wrong, I was just a kid, but still, there were, I didn't really have any kid friends. Like, I did go outside, I ran around, I did stuff, but because I was so introverted, I guess, it put a label on me where people were like, hey, what's up? And that's really it. And the even weirder thing is that I wasn't really bullied. I mean, I was made fun of, I was pointed out, but I was never beaten up. I was never really hassled. And I mean, people made fun of me, it didn't really stick to me because of where I grew up. Because I mean, I've seen worse, I've been told worse. I've been in situations that make that type of stuff seem like it's really nothing. Like it's just a scratch off the surface compared to a lot of the stuff that I've been to previous, before bullies were brought into my life, so to say. And then once I grew up and I got to the high school phase, that's when it really hit. Ooh, Lord, that's when it hit. That's when I met all my nerdy ass friends. That's where I fell into that when the world really started to open up. Because before it was just me in this bubble of New Orleans, in this bubble of the hood, the projects, where all of that stuff happened. And as I grew, it did start to expand, and I did start to see things like Linkin Park. Oh God, Linkin Park was my teenage years. And that opened my eyes to new ways of thinking, to new ways of doing things, and new ways to understand the world itself. And through my friends, and through more video games and other things, we got closer. We formed a bond, a big nerdy bond that still lasts today, which is awesome. And I know it's kind of cliche to say this, but it is really nice to be in this day and age, to where nerd is a good thing, where geek is a good thing, where it's not only welcomed, but it's a business model now. It's the way kind of the world works now. That all of the things that I used to be not ashamed of, that I kind of used to keep secret, that I used to keep to myself, video games and thoughts and stories and ideas and everything that was just mine, is now everyone's. And the majority of people want to be a part of this. Mostly because now that's where the money is coming from, with the movies, the studios, the video games. Those are the powerhouses of media now. But it's nice that it's more accepted. And it makes me happy that I can, have this up on my wall. That I can address a certain way. I can put on shirts and I can feel proud, and people look at me and they're like, that's cool. That's awesome. Because I know I tell that to every single person I see with a nerdy shirt on. I make new videos Wednesdays and Saturdays. I'm still on that track. I'm thinking about changing it up now a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Because I do play video games, if you noticed, but they get like jack shit for views. Like, I think sometimes I'm the only person who watches my gameplay videos. Which is understandable, because I upload them like I do these videos every once in a while, or once a week, not consistently every day, which is what the gaming community is on YouTube. Like, there's nobody who really posts like one video game a week and then it's a completely different video game the next week and expect people to keep up with the story and what's going on. That's no. So I think I might change that, maybe. But I make new videos Wednesdays and Saturdays for sure. So, yeah.